This is my client, Joseph Katari. He runs a mentorship program teaching people how to buy and invest into Section 8 properties. And in the past 4 months, I've taken him from being in the position of not even having a coaching business to generating over 230K in revenue with his info products offer and cash collecting nearly $210,000. This is our sales dashboard for the past 2 weeks, where we've generated 30K in revenue for him in just 14 days. The growth which took Joseph from taking one-off consulting calls to generating over 230K in the past 4 months came almost entirely from the free community funnel that we set up and implemented for him. But the crazy part about this is Joseph is just a micro creator. He has less than 5K Instagram followers, less than 10K subscribers on YouTube. And when I first started working with him 4 months ago, he only had 1K followers and he had 5K subscribers. That was it. He's a small creator and we've been able to generate all of this growth just by implementing a free community funnel. So today I'm going to be showing and running you through why I chose to run a free community funnel with Joseph, when it makes sense to actually apply one, who specifically it would work with. I'm going to be running you through and taking you through the exact systems that I implemented with Joseph and his free community funnel to generate over 230K in revenue, and how exactly you can replicate it for your own info products and coaching businesses. So firstly, why did I actually see the free community as the best funnel to run with Joseph? Well, there are two main reasons we chose the free community funnel, but the first is the niche itself. Joseph's niche is obviously real estate investment. So he runs a mentorship program teaching people how to buy and invest into Section 8 properties. So of course we're trying to sell them our mentorship and our services, but they also need to have the capital to be able to actually buy a Section 8 property at the same time as well, which makes it a very high level investment because they're buying the mentorship program, but they're also buying the down payments on a property as well, which takes our overall sort of investment to around like 25K, because we have our current ticket price is we're selling between $4,000 and $6,000 for our mentorship, but they also need to be able to afford the down payment on a property, which with both of those wrapped in together comes to about 25K. So it's definitely a very high level investment, and our prospects need to be very qualified to be able to move forward with us, which means it's a lot more of a logical sell rather than an emotional sell. So we need to have highly educated buyers. We can't have people coming onto the sales call and we try to sort of emotionally push them into a deal, because that doesn't make sense. The people that we're speaking to usually are fairly educated, but we need to educate them on why specifically Section 8 is the best investment, how we're going to help them buy properties, and why it makes sense to even move forward. So that's the first reason why we chose to run a free community funnel, because it allowed us to educate our buyers to the level that we needed to have them at in order for them to be able to move forward with such a high level investment. And later in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why it educates them to that level, but that was reason number one. And the second reason is because it's an extremely low resistance funnel to get people to sign up for. Because in effect, it is just a really big lead magnet. It's a high value lead magnet. And it's something that honestly, a lot of people are looking for, especially within the real estate niche. A lot of people want to get access to other people who are buying properties, seeing what's working for them, what's not working, so they can avoid costly mistakes when it comes to buying properties and investing their money. So that was the main reason for the second reason, number two, is because it's so low resistance. And also what comes into that is a big chunk of Joseph's audience is actually on YouTube. The majority of his audience, or his biggest audience to say, comes from YouTube, which means they're not easily accessible like they are on Instagram. You can't just like DM outreach someone, or they can't just inbound message you. On YouTube, obviously they can watch your content, but there's no very easy way for them to engage with you. Obviously you could just run like a VSL funnel, but that's super high resistance and people are directly signing up for that to work with you. We wanted an easy way to be able to engage the whole of Joseph's YouTube audience without having a really high resistance funnel. So for us, the easiest way to do that was to set up a free community funnel, because it acts as a really big lead magnet and as something super high value that a lot of people are going to want. And we can push all of our traffic in the YouTube videos to the free community, where we can easily start conversations with them and just engage them, which we wouldn't have the access to on YouTube as our main platform anyway. The second reason which comes into that as well is we also did run paid ads with Joseph. We're running the paid ads on Instagram, but we needed something that was once again going to generate us low cost per leads, low cost per results, and have something super high value that people are actually going to get value out of. They're going to want to join, and also educate a colder audience as well. which is going to be the main thing, because obviously we want to get the cheapest leads possible, but at the same time we also need to have those highly educated buyers. So that was the main attraction with the free community funnel for us, because we could have really engaged leads that want to join the free community, which gives us a low cost per lead, but also it gives us the opportunity to educate them to the level that we need so they can move forward with that high level investment. And obviously any leads that are generated from ads are going to be a lot colder, even if they are like retargeting ads or anything along that lines. Your leads that come from ads are going to be considerably colder than your organic ones. So we needed a way to warm them up and educate them to the level that we needed them to be at so that they could actually move forward with buying our services. But how does a free community funnel actually work? How does it create these highly educated buyers that I'm talking about? And how has it allowed us to be able to have such high conversions? Well, firstly, I'm going to give you the kind of high level overview, show you all of the core elements. And then after that, we're going to dive into each of these sections individually and showing you how you can set them up and implement it for yourself with your info offer. So the first key element is actually a lead magnet itself. So a free community works the same as any other lead magnet funnel. In effect, it's high value. People want it. They want to get access to the free community because it's an asset they really want to have. But it also means because of that, we're able to collect their contact information when they join. So inside of the school, once they join, we collect their name, email, phone number, so we can email market to them. We can have phone dialers reach out to them. We can do SMS marketing. So the first element is it just works as a normal lead magnet anyway, but a really high level lead magnet because of how much value they're going to be getting out of the free community. The second is going to be the training itself. And the training kind of is a funnel in of itself. And I'm going to deep dive into how it becomes a funnel later in this video. But this is the main area where we're going to be educating our prospects. They're going to be getting to know Joseph. They're going to be understanding why Section 8 is the best investment for them and with their money, why they should invest into Section 8 specifically, and making it look really, really attractive. So we're going to be selling all of the benefits to them inside of the training. And then also the training becomes its own funnel, which I'll deep dive into. Then we also run group calls every single week live inside of the community. This is honestly a game changer because it allows people to hop on with Joseph, get their questions answered, but more importantly, get to know him and start trusting him. For people to want to buy from you nowadays, we're in a massive trust recession. They need to be able to trust you. And if they don't trust you, they're not going to want to buy from you. So by being able to have that interaction from Joseph and hop on call with him, get some of their questions answered, get to know him on a personal level, because they do genuinely get to know Joseph on a personal level after just joining some of these group calls, or at least feel that way. Then they're going to start trusting him and they're going to want to buy from him more and be able to actually get more information from him. Then we have case studies as well. Inside the community, it's super easy to outlay all of your social proof, all of your wins, case studies, testimonials, and put them in a way which is super accessible for the members of the community to be able to find and watch. And what this really does, it just allows them to be able to obviously see your wins, see, wow, Joseph's been able to get such great results for other people. I'd like to get something along the same lines. I'd like to achieve similar stuff to that. And it's just a great way to get your testimonials, case studies, and social proof across to potential buyers. Then we also run a VSL funnel inside of the community itself. And this is going to be a little bit confusing for some people, like, actually, why are you running a VSL funnel if you're running a school community funnel? But I'm going to deep dive into that as well. We actually do have a VSL funnel built into the school community itself as well. So that's going to be one element. And then another element is actual just the personal interaction that you get with Joseph. If you're able to go into the community, post in there, and get your questions answered by Joseph, just for completely free, it makes you realize, wow, I'm getting this level of support from Joseph or from any creator completely for free. Imagine I paid for his paid services and I move forward with that. I can't even imagine the level of support I'd get from him with a paid service. If I'm getting this level of support completely for free, I really want to work with Joseph. And also they just get to engage in the community, get them really just sort of more bought into the actual niche itself, and they really feel like they're starting to take action. And obviously the next step is signing up for a paid service. But along that, we also have school DM setting as well. And this actually can be really, really effective. Going to depend on your demographic as well. But school DM setting is super, super effective. Once people join the community, they get an auto DM from us, which starts the conversation. And then we have a DM setter inside of the creators' DMs who's setting all of these prospects through the school community themselves as well. But this is kind of like a high level overview of all of the core elements. Anyway, I'm going to be deep diving into specifically what each of these mean, how you can actually implement it, and how it even makes sense. But that's the high level overview to begin with. So to really start looking at a lot of these areas on a micro level, I'm going to break down them individually. And the first being obviously the lead magnet. So I already showed you this, but once they join, inside of the membership questions inside of Skool, so go to your group settings, go to plugins, and then go to membership questions, and you're going to want to turn these on. So what this means is when people join the community, they actually request to join. You have to approve them manually into the community. But because you have that feature, it allows you to ask membership onboarding questions. And our onboarding questions are going to be full name, so we can get their name, obviously, super important. What's their email address? So we can do email marketing to them and just basically anything emails. And then their phone number as well, which is going to dive into, this is where the majority of our sets are going to come from, is going to be the actual phone number. So after they enter that information once joining the Skool community, obviously it gets added to our CRM. So in this example, I personally like Go High Level, but it gets added to our Go High Level CRM pipeline where they get added all in. And then after they get added to the CRM pipeline, firstly, obviously they get added to our email marketing sequence. This sequence is actually being run through Kit. We use Kit for our email marketing. Sometimes we do use Go High Level, but Kit usually for us has the best deliverability. We're adding them all to our Skool opt-in sequence, but obviously our main goal with this sequence isn't really to try and convert from the emails, but it's to try and nurture, educate, and warm up these prospects even more. Specifically, if some of these have come from ads as well, we just want the opportunity for them to be able to read more, get more educated, get more nurtured, and yeah, just warm up to Joseph as much as possible. So once they join, obviously going to get email marketing from us after being added to our pipeline. The next is actually going to be the phone numbers and how we're going to be utilizing them. So also immediately after they join the community, they get a text message from us, just an automated text message from our Go High Level phone number, which is just along the lines of like, hey, whatever their name is, welcome to the community. Like basically just, we're going to be giving you a call. Somebody from Joseph's team is going to be giving you a call within the next 24 hours to make sure that you get the most out of the community and you can understand where all the resources are. So now they're expecting a phone call from this number. So when they see that number coming through and they see a phone call coming from this number, they're like, oh, I know exactly who's calling me. This makes sense. I'm going to speak to these people. They're not going to just instantly hang up because they think it's a spam call. They know who's calling them and why they're calling them, which is super important. It's really good for our pickup rates as well. So they get that automated text message. Then obviously from there, we have a dialer or an SDR or a setter, whatever you want to call them, reach out and phone each of the prospects individually, have a call with them, do proper discovery, deep dive in, build good rapport with the prospects, and then eventually transition if they're qualified, of course, so financially qualifying on this call. And then if they're qualified, booking them onto a sales call with the closer. So obviously, as you can see here, the dialing's being done, and then we're creating a new event straight inside of Go High Level, where we're going to be taking an appointment, or the closer is going to be taking the appointment, the sales call with this prospect. Inside of that, we also have our SMS text blast as well. This is an example of one of the text blasts we did to Joseph's whole list. We were running, I think in the space of 2 hours, we run a reactivation campaign via SMS to our prospects. And because we collect phone numbers for absolutely everyone, it's really good because we can get through to everyone via SMS. In under 2 hours, we booked over 30 sales calls with SMS marketing as well. If you're not running SMS marketing, if you're in for product offers, you should definitely be on that. Going into 2026, it's definitely going to be the best form of marketing. So you definitely want to start running SMS for your clients or for you personally if it's your info product offer. If you're not doing that already. Next, we have Skool DM setting as well. And Skool DM setting is a really, really big factor of the funnel because it just allows that extra personal touch, especially if a lead comes from a platform where we don't already have access to them. So for instance, they came from like one of our YouTube videos where we have no way to communicate with them. Inside of Skool, it allows them to directly talk to Joseph, but also allows us and gives us the opportunity to set them directly. So once they join, we give them a automated DM. So as soon as they get approved into the community, they get an auto DM from Joseph. Once again, you can just go back into group settings inside of your Skool community, go to plugins, and then go to auto DM new members. You can set something up like this. This is a really basic message. It's just like, hey, whatever their name is, welcome to Invest in Section 8 community. I'd love to know what stage you are in your Section 8 journey. Basically, we tell them it's an automated message, but once But once they reply, they'll get a message from Joseph themselves and they'll be having a conversation with Joseph. We've been converting a lot of people and booking a lot of calls just from our setter inside of the school community. And then obviously what that looks like is it will send them a direct message as soon as they join. The setter hops in, setter's logged in as the creator and is just doing the DM setting from their account inside of school and then booking them in with a manual calendar link once they get to that point in the conversation. But this is a super effective way to just actually get through and engage your members of the community. It's just by having a system set up that you can directly contact them and DM them inside of school. Then one of the most key factors is actually just having easy access to all of your case studies and testimonials as well. So inside of the training tab or the learning tab inside of school, one of your main sections you're going to want to have as your case studies. So when people go in, they're reviewing all of your free course material. They can also have the option to easily check out some of your wins you've been able to get for other people. So they can just click into the case studies and they'll get access to all of our full case studies as well. And these aren't just like quick 30-second video testimonials, selfie video testimonials. These are full case studies of Joseph and his clients walking through exactly how they've been able to get to, or basically achieving with Section 8, building up their portfolios and getting wins with Joseph. Anybody can go through and watch the wins, watch the case studies, and really just allows Joseph to demonstrate his expertise because he's been able to do it for so many other people before. Basically, anybody that comes in and watches them is like, oh wow, Joseph's actually really good. He's been able to help other people. I want the same level of service from him. Super important to have high level case studies in here, like actual video recordings that are longer than 30 seconds walking through exactly how Joseph got these people the results that they were looking for and how he'd potentially be able to get the same results for you too. This is super important to have good case studies, good testimonials and have them easily accessible inside the school community. So whilst people are being warmed up and being educated on your services, they're also getting the opportunity to see your case studies, testimonials and wins as well. This is actually super important. Then finally, we have the VSL funnel as well. And I mentioned this earlier in the video, but the VSL funnel, we actually do also include into the free community side of stuff as well. And what that really looks like as the final sort of training tab inside of your community. After all the free resources, after the case studies, after the social proof, you're going to want to have and apply for one-to-one mentorship as well. Anybody who wants the paid service, it should be super accessible for them to find out where exactly they should go to in order to be able to sign up or at least learn more about what Joseph has to offer and what his services are. So the next tab is apply for one-to-one mentorship. And what this does is it pushes directly to our VSL. And we just upload the VSL straight into the free community. And once people have gone through the testimonials, once people have gone through the free resources, if they want to apply for one-to-one, or even if just from the beginning they want to check out what Joseph's paid services are like, they have the opportunity to go through and watch the VSL where Joseph hits on all their pain points, targets them specifically, really sells Section 8 as the best investment opportunity for them, and basically educates on his specific services. And then anybody who wants to apply for it, learn more, underneath down here, we actually have our booking link straight away, which pushes to the closer's calendar where they can go ahead and schedule in, book a training call. We call it our strategy call with Joseph's closer. And then obviously, once we're on the call, we have the opportunity to be able to sell to them. So that's kind of like a breakdown of how the VSL funnel plays into this on the other end of the aspect as well. So those are the core elements of a free community funnel and the exact systems that I implemented from Joseph to be able to take him from literally 0 4 months ago up to generating over 230K in revenue that we are 4 months later on, just by implementing these exact systems and a free community funnel. If you want my help directly scaling your info product offer or scaling an offer that you manage, just check the links in the description to be able to apply to work directly with me, book a call in, and we can chat it through and see what would make sense in order to be able to take you to the next level.